Hello, this is Marcus Giuliano from MarcusG.tv and Aroma Thyme Bistro. Aroma Thyme Bistro was Hudson Valley's first certified green restaurant. We are located in Ellenville, New York, about an hour and a half north of New York City in the beautiful and scenic Hudson Valley. I've been here for 8 years, living my passion. And you can find more of my passion at chefonamission.com. And MarcusG.tv will have, that's my video channel, that will have all of my videos categorized out. I want to talk today about politics in country clubs. Now, through my career, I've been the executive chef of 3 country clubs. And country clubs are a different business for chefs. And I'm so glad I ever had an opportunity to work at country clubs because it kind of like tames a chef down. A lot of chefs are, very energetic or passionate about certain types of food, and I don't serve this, I don't serve that, I work in a fine restaurant. And when you go work at a country club, they make you cook everything, turkey sandwich, burgers, you're doing all, back then 20 years ago, 15 years ago, burgers were not, as trendy as they are now, and many chefs, I don't cook burgers. Now you got all the chefs saying, hey, I got the best burger. So so for a chef, it can be very humbling to go into a country club and all of a sudden really be told and really be directed more of what the small private membership wants. And here's the difference between the country clubs that I've worked at. You either have a manager that's strong enough to manage a country club, or you have a manager that's weak enough and they get torn up by the members and is afraid of the members and really doesn't have any balls to really stand up and say, hey, I'm the manager. This is why you hired me. Let me run the club. And if you don't have a manager that's strong, the membership will run all over the manager, and it makes the job very harder for the people who work under the manager because their job is always changing. I could always tell, when the manager was getting told something by a member because he'd come inside and, we need to change this, we need to add this, we do this, because do a different recipe, or need to open our hours longer, or open up another day, because he's being told by the membership. Instead of saying the membership, well, you know what, that's a great idea. We're going to run a feasibility report before we actually do that, or let's look at customer comments, let's run a survey. Just spur of the moment, erratic changes. And there was one manager in Colorado that I worked for that was phenomenal, Mark Condon at Woodmore Country Club. He came in and he was on it, and the members knew that he was the boss. They hired him to come in and turn the club around and do something positive and give him the power to do it. Then you have a country club that I worked at, like Bonnie Breyer here in New York, in Larchmont. The general manager, Todd Zorn there, he got ran ragged by the by the members, and they were trained like that. They'd walk right into my kitchen and be like, I don't like this. You got to lower the price, and here's a recipe that I want you to use. And it's like, excuse me, I report to a committee and this and that, and and really when you go to the committees meetings, the House committee meeting or the Food and Beverage Committee meeting, and general manager's there and all the members are there. They were like really telling you like this, and this. They're not like asking for advice. They're telling you. And it just makes it much harder on the chef and the general manager when you have a membership that's trained to do that, or a manager that just won't say, well, I'm the expert, you hired me. And when I told them that, you hired me as a chef, it sounds like you're looking for like a cook to take directions. You paid top dollar for somebody, move them across the country, and you really don't want my input. They didn't like it when I said that. And this was so political at this country club because the past president, Romanoff, was the guy who's in charge of the 14th Street Meatpacking District lease. He's in the beef business. He's involved in Nebraska Land, or his son Richie Romanoff is involved in Nebraska Land, and he's involved in another beef company, big beef company. And they basically said to the manager, you need to buy beef from this company. And that company didn't deliver. So guess who had to get stuck going to New York City, 14th Street, to pick up the beef? First it was I think it was me at first. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm driving 45 minutes each way going in and out of Manhattan at 6 o'clock in the morning to pick up beef when you can pick up a phone and buy it from a vendor. You know, not doesn't be, you know, what special beef do we need? Well, the special beef we needed was because this was this guy's buddy down there on the market, and we had to support him. So it's like, this is who you need to buy from. And so I was driving back and forth. You're paying an executive chef 6 figures to be a delivery person, to drive back and forth, and you're handing them recipes and telling them what to do and this and that, and you're paying all this money. I was like, this is ridiculous. And when I put my foot down, I said to the manager, I said, Todd, I'm not a delivery person. I'm not a pickup person. This is what vendors are for. These are what meat companies do. These are what distributors do. You call them, you tell them what you want, you place the order, and they bring it the next day. Who's sending their chef down? Who's sending their high-powered chef, high-paid chef down to do this? This is ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous. So I put my foot down. I said, I'm not doing this. So you're not paying me to do this? I'm not doing it, you know. And they didn't really like that so much, and you know, it really didn't go over well. So then they started sending the maintenance guy down. The maintenance guy got a speeding ticket, or a parking ticket or something in his car, and he was like, I'm not doing it anymore either. You guys are crazy. I refuse to go down and do it. Joel was like, I'm not doing it. But it got to a point, it was so just utterly corrupt, the way these people walk in and expect you to like do stuff for them and their friends and their egos especially. You know, they walk in and say, I want a veal chop on the menu for 24 bucks, and then I expect you to run a 30% food cost. And you're looking at them like, okay, veal chop and this and that, salmon, our best-selling dishes were like 60% cost of goods, and you want me to run a 30% cost of goods? You can't do both. If you want me accountable for the numbers and the numbers, the finances, you have to let me control the pricing and the sourcing. It's just, you know, really messed up when it gets in situations like that. I've had other clubs like Millbrook Golf and Tennis Club. You know, the manager there was nice and laid back. You know, the members got to him sometimes, and he was out on his way out the door. He was retiring. He'd been in the club business for years, but the membership really wasn't ruthless like they were at Bonnie Briar, and it was just such a much better experience. You know, I could tell he was under pressure from the members. You know, that was obvious, but you know, he just, you know, sometimes held his ground and sometimes gave in, but just the membership was much more pleasant. I felt at Bonnie Briar that I was like in the Titanic sinking, locked in the bottom, like trying to look out, and I see the members out there having a good time, and I'm just sitting in the back like locked in there. It was really just a very, very an unpleasant experience. So that's really the difference, you know, between a regular restaurant where you go and cook what you want, and as a chef, what you want, and what you're responsible for the menu, be responsible for the finances, and really claiming staking, like putting your flag out there. Hey, this is my territory, this is my menu, this is my name, this is my reputation. You go to a country club and totally not like that. So any young chefs out there watching this video, just go work at a club, just check it out, you know, see what goes on. Some chefs, you know, perfectly fine for clubs, not me. Not even fine for the restaurants. I need my own restaurant personally, where I can really express myself and not have to answer to people. So I'm Marcus Giuliano, chefonamission.com, marcusg.tv. Thank you so much for watching, and